Hello YouTube, hope everyone's keeping well out there. Hope everyone had a fantastic Christmas and Boxing Day. I certainly did. Lots of food, lots of drinkies, family, good times, merriment. And yeah, what it's all about for me. This is the last pickups video I'm going to do of 2021, and this covers the months of November and December. So there's quite a bit here, but what I will say as well is this isn't all my pickups. I pick up a lot of stuff that I then flip on, like many of us people do, in order to fund the collection itself. So obviously there's many things that I've picked up in a lot of the charity shops, for example, that I've sold on to make a bit of money that then goes back into the collection. That's just how we've got to do it. Funds are finite at the end of the day. Now, as usual, I'm going to go through the items in chronological order, from systems, so the earliest through to the latest, my latest being the PS4. But I'm going to start with at least one non-gaming related item that, but it is retro, it is nostalgic, from my youth. Basically, my mum phoned me up at late November and asked me to go around her house and get the Christmas decorations down from her loft, which I did. And as I was up there, I noticed a box there with my old school reports in and a little bit of bric-a-brac and some items. A lot of it I've binned, but I've kept these things for sure. First item is Italian 90s sticker annual, which is complete. And yeah, this is my favourite, most nostalgic World Cup for sure. Watching this with my dad and the family, absolutely loving it. And then even on some of these pages I've put in, went through and filled in all the scores there for each match. But yeah, that I absolutely loved this World Cup. With Argentina there, Diego Maradona. A bit of a tear there. Cameroon, that was a great game, wasn't it? England-Cameroon game. One of the most standout England matches I can recall. I mean, I'm not a huge football follower at all, but this is when I was into football, and like I say, this World Cup was fantastic. Brazil, some players there. Oh yeah, Bebeto, yeah, he was excellent. Germany, they were excellent this World Cup. Lothar Matthäus scored one of the best goals I remember when he dribbled the ball from the halfway line and scored a fantastic goal. This chap, that Colombian goalkeeper, the showboater, got his comeuppance though, didn't he? Very flamboyant. Where's England? I won't spend too long on this. And then we got Ruud Gullit, Marcus van Basten. I used to love Van Basten as well. Where's England? England, where are you? Well, I'm not going to spend too much time. There we are. There they are. Lineker, Platt, Gaza, shoot and go. Anyway, there's that one. All complete. All good. The next thing is gaming related that was in the box in my mum's loft. And I was on about these and actually started looking for them on eBay. And I've noticed even these crummy little things, as nostalgic as they are, people are asking a lot of money for them. Whether or not they're worth it, I don't know. But it was my sort of handheld gaming, and this is the first one I got. It's like LCD games here. This is just a car. You move left to right. The more cars you overtake, the more points you get, and it gets faster and more difficult. I used to love playing this one, and I had them all on display with the little stands. I remember this one here and this one, which is my favourite, and sadly I can't get it to work. I'm going to look at it again. Playing these two in the car, driving all the way up to Ross-on-Wye at Christmas to see my auntie and uncle, and in the back there, back of the car, playing these two things. Oh. But this was a football one. I used to love this, and basically you're a goalkeeper and you just move left and right and you save the goals, and obviously it gets more frantic. That was my favourite one, and typically doesn't blooming work. This one's good, same sort of concept. Move left to right, dodge spaceships. And there you go, so there's those. Right, jumping back to another non-gaming related item quickly is the first 2 seasons of Ren and Stimpy. So I love these cartoons, some laugh out loud moments, and still find them really funny to this day. And this contains the uncut versions of some of the cartoons that were a bit too risque, which sounds ridiculous, for Nickelodeon back in the day. And what have we got here? Found this down a charity shop. It was £1. He's a bit battered, but I couldn't leave him there. It's an anniversary edition plush head of Pac-Man, a gold edition. And yeah, he's quite worn, but I couldn't leave him there for £1. Put you there. Is he in the shop? Leave him over a bit. There he is. Something else I found down the charity shop, it was probably on that day or during that week or the week after, was this. Weighty. Sadly, it's not got the actual controller, radio controller itself, but it's a radio controlled car for our kitchen diner. So I am on the lookout for a remote for this, but for £2, I thought it's worth it anyway, just as a kind of ornament, and I love Mario Kart. And yeah, it was really dusty and dirty. I gave it a good clean, had some stickers all over it which I've removed, so that has actually come up quite nicely. You stay there, don't knock my beer. 2 stocking filler gifts now from my wife this Christmas. I didn't receive anything major game wise. I mean, I'm forever buying stuff through the year, so it's not like I need anything per se, but she got these. It's some magnets of Super Mario Brothers there, and something I'll probably need when I go back to work. I've got some tasty projects coming up. Stress reliever control pad, PS4 controller. Off to January the 4th though, so plenty of time to chill with the family and game and watch movies and catch up on a lot of movies that I've been meaning to do so for sometimes years in my to watch file folder and pile. Right, onto the Speccy. I've only got 2 games. Now, one of these, which one was it? I think it was this one. Dun Darroch. It looks like an RPG, and I've got vague memories of playing this around someone's house, but who it was, I've got no idea. But it's just a little memory sort of twinkling away in there. And the graphics and the animation on the character looks really good, the way he walks down the corridors and then enters the shops. But yeah, I thought I'd give that one a pick up. I looked online and did get some favourable reviews. And another one here, which looks quite RPG-esque, is Fairlight, which I've been keeping an eye out for. Apparently it's a very good little game, a kind of isometric game. Same sort of perspective as Rogue Trooper and is it Saber Wolf and what's it called? The Great Escape. Knew there was another isometric there. Right, 2 games now for the SNES / Super Famicom, and this is the one that you might be able to hear in the background. This is for the Super Famicom, and it's Super Puyo Puyo. I got this mainly for me and my wife to play because she absolutely loves Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine. I've got it on the PlayStation 4 Genesis collection. She plays it all the time. But this is better. She really likes this one as well. It's much more smooth to rotate and fluid. Yeah, this one's really good. And there's a remix version in a yellow box of this that I'm keeping an eye out for now as well. There's that one. I'll lie him down, otherwise I'll get boxed in. And this one I got for a really good price. I remember many moons ago, Eddie commented on I think it might have been my Super Nintendo video, actually, collection video. And I was talking about Super Tennis, and he said, you want to try Smash Tennis. So I've always had a little search and email function for eBay set up. and this would come up for a very good price. It's all complete. The box is a little bit tatty, but at the end of the day, I just want to play the game. I'm not too precious now about the boxes and condition for Super Nintendo, because it's just, the price is ridiculous, as everyone knows. But I still haven't played this one yet. I will be doing so very, very, very soon. What have we got next? Right, this is still kind of SNES related, but it's a vinyl record soundtrack from a game, and it's Actraiser by Yuzo Koshiro. Now on this one, you've got the original 16-bit soundtrack, as well as, and if you haven't listened to it already, it is awesome, the Symphonic Suite Actraiser from 2018. Gorgeous sort of classical orchestral music. Is just brilliant. So I am really fussy with the vinyl that I get. Don't want everything. Kind of looking for Silent Hill 2 now on vinyl. I think that kind of might be it. I'll just lay him down there. It's all going to pile up now. Onto the Dreamcast, but sticking with a soundtrack. Castlevania Dracula X, aka Rondo of Blood. It's a nice double discer full of tunes. Get my CDs. I've got quite a nice sound system set up in the ceiling of my kitchen diner downstairs, and it sounds lovely. Just pottering around doing some cooking or whatever in the dining room, tidy it up and having this on in the background. Great stuff. Still yet to finish this game. I haven't picked it up for quite a while on the PC Engine Mini. But I'm probably on level 7, stage 7. It's getting quite tasty, but thank goodness for save states. This is a new game on the Dreamcast called Intrepid Izzy, which looks like a nice sort of Wonder Boy-esque and Shantae sort of action platformer. Looks really good, I think, and please clarify this, any of you out there. There was only 500 released in Europe, is that true? But I picked 2 copies, one to keep sealed and one to play. So I'll open one of those when I actually get round to playing it. Apparently very good. Right. Jump on to PlayStation 2 now. Lots of games for £1 coming up. Red Faction, got great memories of playing this. This is one of the first games I played on the PlayStation 2 console, and I think it is one of the kind of launch window titles. The big hook with this was the destructible environments, and for the time it was fantastic, shooting your guns and explosive weapons at the environment and watching it crumble and blow up, and and lay to waste all of the environment there. I played one of the newer ones as well on the PS3 and thought it was really good. I can't remember what it was. Was it Gorilla? Can't remember, but that one there. £1. Destroy Humans. £1. Headhunter, which I've got on the Dreamcast. £1. Virtua Fighter 4. £2. That was in a charity shop. But I do like my fighter games. I couldn't believe I never picked that one up there. These next 3 I picked up from good old champion 2D Rob on Lee's Retro Chef's Swap Shop. And he was showing off some very tasty games. I only joined the stream probably about halfway in or a quarter of the way in, and I had the time to watch a bit of it. And 2 of these, well, all of these titles I wanted, otherwise I wouldn't have got them. But I've been watching 2 of these for a long time, and those 2 are Rygar. Fantastic price from Rob, by the way. And Rob, if you are watching, thank you very much. He did me a great deal on these, buddy. Mr. Mosquito, which I've seen in many YouTube videos over the years as I've watched, and always found it so intriguing. I love games that are just completely different and off the wall and unique, and this one's certainly that, where you go around a house as a mosquito very Japanese, and you try to steal blood from the family members without getting caught and splat. Fighting game is Dead or Alive 3. Love my Dead or Alive series games. Again, you've got kind of destructible environments where you can kick, throw, punch your opponent through the ring, through different floors, off ledges, and then continue the fight. Yeah, great game. Cheap as chips, that one as well. 3 PlayStation 3 games. One I've been watching for ages, and I finally managed to snag it for an okay price on eBay, is Dead to Rights Retribution. And it's kind of Max Payne like, and you've got a dog as a kind of sidekick partner that you can send off to sort of attack the villains and probably go and fetch things. I don't know, but this one on the GameCube I still want to play. And yeah, for some reason this one's, it's not rare, but it's quite difficult. It rarely comes up on eBay, it seems. But got them for a very good price. It was kind of buy it now, in, bosh, got it. I went for Protocol, like an espionage, sci-fi, RPG game. It's supposed to have a few kind of quirky, janky gameplay mechanics and animations, but apparently it adds to the charm. It's got a nice following, this, and yeah, that was only £1 in my local charity shop. Enchanted Arms I've been watching for quite a while, trying to hoover up some of those From Software games. I love From Software, Bloodborne, Dark Souls, Demon Souls, Sekiro, and just trying to pick up some of their older gaming titles. And this is an RPG for the PS3 with a nice sort of demonic tone to it. So we've got that one. Nearer the end, just the 3DS now, and then the PlayStation 4. There's quite a bit for the PlayStation 4 actually. This one seems to hold its price. It's Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. Seems to hold it, command quite a bit of money. Well, £30 set. I mean, it's not hugely expensive, but this come up as a buy it now for I think around 20 or something like that, and I just bought it straight away. Apparently a very good game as well. I'm not just going to buy games because they're rare. I do want to play these games. This one isn't in there because last night, although I haven't got around to playing it yet, I stuck it in the machine and I'm going to work my way through Ever Oasis. And this is supposed to be a great little RPG, and it's by the developers that helped out with, I think it was A Link Between Worlds. I think they helped out working with Nintendo on that game, but this is obviously their own IP. Was that right? Or was it they helped out with the DS titles of Zelda, Spirit Tracks and Phantom Hourglass? I can't remember, but this is supposed to be excellent. And it looks really good, and apparently the 3D is fantastic. I love the 3DS and its 3D capabilities. Why people choose to switch that functionality off, I don't know. If you get headaches from it, I suppose obviously that makes perfect sense, but that's its unique selling point, and I love the 3D on it. It looks great. Right. On to the PS4. Rory McIlroy Golf. Love my golf games, love my tennis games, don't mind my football games. Love boxing games. And this is supposed to be quite good. I think at first when it was first released it was a bit bare bones, but they've added lots of functionality to the single player campaign, although I'm just going to play it with a couple of friends that always come around. We like our tennis and football and golf games together with many beers. Going down there, Brook, which me and the wife just finished probably just a week ago, not that long before Christmas really. And this is a sort of click and point indie adventure exploration game, bit of a walking simulator, give this to such and such who then gives you this, and you know what I mean. But yeah, it's quite quirky. It's got a really nice little soundtrack. Not a long game, like a 6-hour game. And my wife quite enjoyed it. I always try to pick these sort of games up for her. And speaking of which, we then jumped on after this one onto Call of Cthulhu, which is a bit like a mystery adventure, I'd say. You play a detective, you go around these 3D environments as first person, and you look for clues. There's little RPG elements in there where you can upgrade your detective points, your speech points, how you talk and liaise with characters within the game. Your powers of deduction, but it's got a Lovecraftian gaming world. It's a very dark, very gothic, very eerie, and so far it's not so bad. Apparently it's a bit of a slow burner at the start, but then it gets quite wacky and weird, and good. So we're only about a couple hours into that one so far. And I picked up Grand Theft Auto 5 from a charity shop for £4. I wouldn't mind booting it up, but I played and kicked the backside out of this game on the PlayStation 3, and it looked fantastic on that. That was almost as far as the PlayStation 3 could go. So yeah, I'm not going to work my way through it again. It takes too much time and there's too many games to play. What have we got here? Oh, another charity shop pickup. Apparently Black Flag is quite good when you're more so on the ship. I did want to get this on the Wii U, but when I saw this for £4 just out in the wild, I just grabbed this one. Again, I am looking for the Wii U version. A lot of people say that it's the superior version in terms of graphic glitches, more so on this one, but it might well have been patched now. Tempest 4000 picked up from Amazon. This was what, tenner. Lovely colourful vector graphics. Is it by Jeff Minter? Was he involved in this one? I know he was involved with the Jaguar version, but it looks crazy psychedelic visuals. Haven't booted this one up yet, but looking forward to doing so. Ease 8, what's it called? Lacrimosa of Dana or Dana. Sadly, it didn't come with the soundtrack disc, so I messaged the seller. It was a cash converters up in Yorkshire from eBay, and they knocked £5 off it. So this was a really good price. Again, I just want to play the game, but I do like my game soundtrack, so I did want that. Again, I'll keep my eye open for this and get the complete version, and then flip this one on. And this was a recent purchase, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate. So you've got all the DLC characters in there. Spawn, Rambo, Robocop, and the Terminator. And I absolutely love the modern Mortal Kombat. Was it 9 on PlayStation 3 was excellent. X on the PlayStation 4 was brilliant. I got, was it XL, which was the standard version, but with all the DLC characters on there, so Alien, Predator, and some others. I only got Joker on here as well. But that game, when you compare, I went on a video and looked at the comparisons between, I might put a few screenshots up here to show you what I mean. When you look at X and this one's gone for a much more realistic look. The face character models look really, really accurate, whereas X had more of kind of like an art style to it, a bit more graphic novel-y, let's say. But we've only played a few fights on this. I had a friend round and we blasted through the Southern Comfort and played this and had a whale of a time. Really good, lovely fluid fighter. Brilliant, highly recommended. And this went down to $14.99 on Amazon. So brand new, Bosch, bought that along with Tempest. And there you go, people. That is it, pickups wise for 2021. Let's see what 2022 brings. As usual, hope everyone takes care out there, stay safe, and I'll see you in 2022. Bye.